Hey, how you guys doing out there? First of all, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Crystal Edge Technology projection screens using smart technology gain. I got a few interesting announcements to make. We are pretty much very close in the process of signing a major contract. We've been in NDA for quite some time because of this contract, and we will be actually, I have technology I have not shown you guys on YouTube due to the fact that it's under NDA, but the platinum screens that we designed, which is the screen right here, and the blackout cloth will not be NDA due to the fact that we have contracts offline with two other companies that actually sell these screens for us offline. So we won't be this will never become NDA. We will continue to sell these screens, these particular screens, on our website. Now that I got that announcement out of the way, as for the future tech, that information is NA for right now, because like I said, it's a bit of a back and forth thing, but it's NA for right now. So right now that has been put on hold. As for the technology, as in the had a few people ask me, actually a couple people asked me, will we be designing anything else new? Well, actually, for the Platinum 4K and the Silver Ultimate 4K cinema screens, we have a 120-inch motorized projection screen coming out, tension screen coming out for that. We have an outdoor screen coming out. Screen on that's gonna be like 8 feet by 10 feet, so it's freaking huge. And I think that's basically about it, what we have coming up for that. The blackout cloth, as you can see, is freaking amazing. That blackout cloth is insane. I got a ton of orders for those over the weekend. Really, really nice too. A good amount of orders. So, yeah. So the thing is that, yeah, as for designing any more form of different technology, I think we're going to pretty much slow down on that due to the fact that we do now have these major contracts that we have signed or in the process of signing. Well, some we have signed and some we're in the process of signing, that we may not have to design any more technology for quite a long time. Because of those interesting business opportunities that were actually given to us. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is, and what I'm saying is, the technology we have here with the Platinum 4K screens and the Silver Ultimate 4K Cinema, the technology in these screens are like years and years advanced. I mean, trust me, we do stuff with these screens that a lot of people don't do. I watch a few videos here and there from other people that are doing other things. I watch professional companies in the professional field on how they project their screens, and we all see this, well, actually on our end, we see the same similar kind of identity where they're using either a form of in the environment, it's more of a ambient light controlled environment, very dim, or in the other half just completely dark. I seen one demonstration, I'm not going to go into it, but I saw one demonstration where the room was completely freaking dark, and it was just one little window up the stairs, and he just kept pointing back to the window saying, hey, look, check it out, light's coming in, the screen looks fantastic. No, that environment is dark. You have to have, the reason, you put it this way really quick, because I know some people are going to think, oh God, you're rambling on. The reason why we get these contracts from these big companies is because we can prove and back up our screens can literally take in like 400 watts of light directly to the screen. This is 300 watts of light hitting the screen right now. Now, I understand it's all good and well if you're using this for a dedicated theater. That's fantastic, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be dark in a dedicated theater. But like I said, more and more today, majority of most of my customers I talk to are replacing their TVs with projectors, and they want to be able to use it in a fully lit environment. Now, if you can back up that your screen can take a direct hit from 300 or more watts of light nailing the screen, and we are about, and this one, the basement, I have a lot of room in here, so I'm about, let me go over here real quick. I told you I was going to measure this out. I'm about 11 feet from the screen. I've done it farther back than that. I've done one at 19 inches. 19 feet away from the screen using 200 lumens on a projector. I was with the 847AG. But right here, this is the Silver Ultimate 4K. Now, if you can demonstrate your screens can consume this much light you get those contracts. And I'll tell you why you get those contracts. Because a lot of our technologies some of it's used for commercial use. And in commercial use, there is a ton of lighting. Imagine in a shopping mall how much light you have cascading in through the windows, and all the lighting you have in that particular environment is very, very well lit. But if your majority of your videos, the majority of the videos we see are done in these dark environments, no one's going to touch that. Not even most of the customers, I say about 80% of the customers won't go near it because they don't want to be subjected to a very dark environment in order to enjoy the screen. Alright, so let's move on from here, because I have people saying, well, it's not fair because I do the same thing he does and so and so. Not really, because we test our screens. I can honestly say, hey, my screen beat the DMP Supernova. We beat the Elite screens. We beat the Firehawk G4. I can say that. My screens can take on 600 watts of light. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing that demonstration next, 600 watts of light. I did 4, I'm going to do 6. I'm curious. I'm very curious how much that 47 AG can take in. That thing's a beast. Alright, so let me show you my projector here. We're using the NEC VT595 projector at 2000 lumens, 720p, 600 by 800 res. Another thing too, I use low entry level projectors because a lot of these big companies that we sign with, they use these massive monsters like 18 and 16K projectors at 8,000 lumens. Now mind you, our projection screen can handle a low entry level projector such as this. Imagine what they can do on a 16K projector. Yeah, you haven't seen madness until you see that. Alright, so let's start this right now. If my video hasn't frozen on me due to the fact that I am in the basement. Alright, there we go. Let's try it again. Yeah, when you're in the basement, internet does not work too well. And I'm using Wi-Fi because I can't run a cable from upstairs to downstairs. Let's see if we can get this doohickey to work today. Alright. A little choppy, but not so bad. Let me go back a little bit more. Sorry, guys, for the delay. It happens from time to time. There we go. Now, there's our screen being hit with 300 watts of light directly on the screen. I heard someone once say that that's just extreme. No one's going to use 300 watts of light. Well, here's the thing. Our screens can be used in any form of environment due to the fact, now I wouldn't say direct sunlight because that's crazy, but can be used in any form of environment because we can prove that if our screens can walk through 300 watts of light with no problem, then your environment pretty much is a cakewalk for this screen. That's how we can back up our screen's product performance by 100%. Now, when some people say, hey, you're going too far, that's not natural in an environment, well, let's put it this way. If your screen can only survive in a natural environment, what would happen if it got thrown into a commercial environment where there's just tons of ambient light? And remember, you have to think about this also. A lot of people don't think about this. Just because it looks good in your environment doesn't mean it's going to look good in somebody else's environment, because the environment lighting that you're using is comfortable. It's comfortable for the screen. It's fitting for the screen. This is the reason why we put our screens in such hostile, abnormal environments, because we know that the environment that it may go into may be completely different from ours. We don't want the screen to get comfortable, so we put it through these rigorous testing. This is why we have the screen being hit with all this light. This is the purpose of it. Now look, that's the angle gain on my screen at 300 watts of light now on the screen. 11 feet back on a 2000 lumen projector that's 720p. And that's what people don't think about that, you know what I mean? You have to think about that. Because even though you have it in your environment and you have it in a comfortable setting, say if somebody were to take it out and put it in an environment such as this, right? They're using about 300 watts of light in their environment for commercial use. Well, your screen's not used to being in 300 watts of light. It's going to fail. Got to take it out of the comfortable environment and put it in something hostile. This is how all our screens are tested from the door. They come down here and they're being tested on 300, 400, 500 watts of light. And then later on, they're upstairs and we put them up in the big area and we set it up with the, make it look more professional, you know, with the big screen and so forth, and it goes on from there. I know the music for this just sounds, whew, but you know, it's just for the demonstration to show the screen off. And this is the reason why we use such extreme lighting, you know what I mean? I need to know on my end how much light the screen can literally take in before it literally starts to fade. Now I'm gonna drop two of the lights because I got the switch here on the floor. There we go. Now I still have another 100-watt light over top the screen. Alright, let's go hit those lights again. My switch. Sorry about that, trying to hit the switch. Come on, darn it. Hold on, guys. I need a floor switch, that's what I need. I'm just hitting my surge protector on the floor. Okay. Let's open up the door. Let's get some light in here. So this is the kind of testing our screens have to go through. So we have the outside door open right there, lights cascading in, and plus the 300 watts of light on top of the ceiling. Or actually on top of the screen. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video demonstration. Thank you all for watching. Hit my switch here again. Oops. My switch has a mind of its own. Turn off. There you go. I have some people ask me sometimes to go, hey, what does your screen look like with the lights off? Well, it looks fantastic, of course. You know what I mean? Well, let's see what it looks like with the lights off, because I want to see what it really looks like. Man, let me tell you something. Again, as I say this over and over again, doing a screen with the lights out, easy. That's a cakewalk. Doing a screen with about 300 watts of light hitting it, that's the hard part. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I think I said that one already. Just showing you guys just a little bit more of the screen. But just look at that. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to sign off yet. I just got to show you some more. Just look at that. And we did that demonstration with the titanium 4K gold with 400 watts of light directly on top of the screen with the bar light. You wouldn't believe how many freaking, sorry about saying freaking, but how many interesting contract offers that we got for that screen. Because now they know that they can take that screen and stick it in a mall, and that screen can be hit with a ton of light, and it'll still look fantastic. And mind you, the projector we're using was only 2,000 lumens. It was an NEC VT595 projector. You know these guys are going to hit that projector with like probably a $4,000, $5,000 projector, which is going to be a cakewalk for that screen. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Again, sorry about that. Oh man, every time I turn around I see something really cool I want to actually show off. I'm sorry guys, I'm just going to leave it on just a little bit more. I'm having fun here, guys. I'm having fun. But yeah, so basically the bottom line is we use low entry level projectors. Also too, I remember somebody saying one time, they were saying, what was it? Oh, if you're going to be in the future, you got to use future projectors. Well, here's the thing. I can go out and I can buy a 4K projector and I can hit my screens with it and make them look insanely incredible. That's not a challenge. That's just too easy. The object is to take a low entry level projector so somebody can look at that and go, man, my projector is better than that, and say, hey, guess what? If it looks that good on his projector, it's going to look incredible on my projector. And that's why when they basically test our screens in mind, this is what they will do. When you get these contracts, they will take your screen out and they will take it to a test facility and they will do some extreme testing to your product, and your product better pass. So if you're looking at this with the 300 watts of light, they hit your screen with 400 watts, it better be the pass. It better be the pass with a 3. Okay guys, just the music they're playing with this intro is driving me a little crazy, so I'm going to basically just sign off here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video demonstration. Hope you enjoyed my talking in the middle of the video and just sharing some information. That's basically about it, and basically about the company and what's going to be going on. And by next year, it is going to be totally insane. Oh my goodness, I just can't wait. Hope you guys enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for watching.